This is what people would call a smiley face, a way of showing emotion through text. Now, of course, this is a stylized version of the traditional smiley face that everyone knows and loves. You know this guy or girl, right? Of course you do. Even if you don't use the internet, you've seen this little bundle of happiness somewhere. This little guy can make a bad joke told through text funny and lighthearted, as opposed to sounding mean and degrading. However, this guy or girl has a brother/sister, the little package of sadness known as the frowny face. This is also a stylized version of this guy, girl here, the sad face that everyone knows and loves. Now I know you must be wondering where these little bundles of emotion first came from, right? I know I am. Firstly, let's go back to before the beginning of time, otherwise known as September 19th, 1982, a year before the internet was first made. Now let's face it, not a lot of scientists are funny, right? Sure, some may be, but not really. A fellow named Scott E. Fellman, a computer scientist from Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, posted on a message board from the university saying, "I propose the following character sequence for joke markers. Read it sideways. Actually, it is probably more economical to mark things that are not jokes, given current trends. For this, use this thing right here." Now, from what I understand, Mr. Fellman was a pretty funny guy. You know, making jokes, making people laugh and whatnot. However, in his jokes that he would write to his colleagues in email, they said it sounded like he was being mean, which of course he wasn't, so he wrote this letter on the message board to clear things up. Not long after, a bunch of other smileys and frownies and everything in between has started to pop up and be used. However, there is another claim saying that Mr. Fellman was not the first person to use it. A fellow named Kevin McKenzie, in 1979, was supposedly the first guy to propose using symbols on a keyboard to show emotion. He used this thing as a smiley face. Said it was a picture of a tongue-in-cheek or something like that. Now, at the time, it wasn't very popular and was kind of left in the dust. However, it did eventually become popular and was used a lot. Now, way before Mr. Fellman or Mr. McKenzie used emoticons, way back in 1862, this guy was used. He was used by Mr. Abraham Lincoln in this letter right here. People are claiming that this might have been a typo though. Now these things are called emoticons, as I said before. A combination of emotion and icon in the English language. It is sometimes also called emoji, which originated on ASCIINet in Japan in 1986. It originated from the Japanese word kamoji-moji. I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation. Anyways, it's a combination of face and character. So now, thanks to Mr. Fellman, or Mr. McKenzie, or Mr. Lincoln, you see these little emoticons or emojis everywhere. From Facebook to Twitter to text messages. There's just no escaping this little guy and his family. Heck, you can't even escape his his weird drunk uncle, the poop emoji. Which, fun fact, by the way, is used mostly by Canadians. Don't ask me why, we just apparently use it a lot. I personally don't use it, but yeah, never mind.